Hey, this is Seth with Digital Marketing Career Blueprint. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my August 2025 Digital Marketing Career Walkthrough video, where I'm going to walk you through just a handful of the thousands of open digital marketing jobs in the United States. I'm going to show you how to decode these jobs and show you that, yes, employers are still hiring people. And again, my students come in with no previous experience and they get hired. And this is a great example right here of a really good job opportunity. Associate paid search reposted recently, which again indicates that even though people are applying, they are not finding qualified people. And actually, this is funny, Roberto is actually one of my former students who is in a senior position at this company. This is a junior level position, 0 to 2 years of experience in a professional internship setting. Exposure to media marketing, communications, or analytics. Yeah, this is where if you're a student of mine, you will blow them out of the water because they are really saying, we want anyone who knows anything about digital marketing, especially when you see 0 to 2 years of experience, attention to detail, blah, blah, blah. But when you show up and you've done what's in the course and you've actually run some campaigns and you have the PPC spreadsheet or the SEO audit or things like that, you show your professionalism. And again, that's how my students get hired for jobs like these. This is very, very entry level at $45,000 a year. But again, the point of the course and the point of the first job is that's not what you're going to be making in a year or 2 years. This is your foot in the door position. So this looks like a really good opportunity with new and gen, and it's just the first of many opportunities I'll be going over in this video. This is a position, paid media specialist with Stellar Virtual. This is an education company. It's kind of a cool company. It looks like they do like free tutoring for K through 5 students. They're really focused on kids. It says you need to set up, manage, and monitor paid media campaigns across key platforms, including Google Ads, Meta, Facebook, YouTube. So again, guys, with all the changes happening in the world, still Google Ads and Facebook are the top advertising platforms. And everything we teach in the course, like keyword research, bid adjustments, A/B split testing, all the stuff you learn in the course is what you need to get a job. And it says support the senior paid media manager in optimizing campaigns. Again, that indicates this is a junior position, which you will be qualified for if you've done everything in the course. When it says 2+ years of related experience, again, don't worry about that. I've had students get hired for jobs that even said you need 4 years of experience and they only had 3 or 6 months experience from the course. It says bachelor's degree in marketing. Again, disregard this. If you have a bachelor's degree, that's fantastic. If you don't, do not worry about it. Donald, one of my students who just got hired, I like how he's actually starting his new job in about a week. I forgot to mention the job posting asks for a bachelor's degree in the requirements section. Was never an issue for me. Didn't have one. It's never really an issue, guys. This is the thing. If a company is so fixated on the bachelor's degree, but the problem is they're missing out on talent like you guys, people who don't have a degree. And some of our most successful students do not have a degree. If you have one, again, it's great, but don't let that be a mental roadblock for you. Apply anyway. Google Ads or Meta Blueprint certification preferred. I always think that's funny because anyone who's working in Google Ads in this industry has certification. And additional coursework or certifications are a plus, meaning they're looking for somebody with a can-do attitude. When you see 65K to 74K, and you're going to see this a lot in these upcoming jobs, when there is a big range in salary, this is a really good indication because what they're telling you is we are looking for someone with 2 years of experience, which would be a 74K or 70K job, but we'll take someone with less experience, which is closer to 65K. I would apply to this one. It's always good to go to the company website, research the company, and find out who you're applying to. You'll hear me say this again and again, is to put care and consideration into your application. And I wanted to come back to Donald because I wanted to share that Donald and another student of mine, Alex, both got hired within hours of each other at different agencies. This is amazing. And then I also wanted to share the fact that there is another student here. I'm actually blurring out his name because he didn't want to share this publicly. And I wanted to let you guys know, again, if you see that there's periods of time where I don't have as many testimonials, because not every student wants to be featured on Instagram or YouTube. People are private, and I totally respect that. So this student, I'm not sharing his name, but he says here, full circle moment, I was hired for this listing. It was part of your recent video. It's been less than 2 years and I already am making 80K. And then actually he was saying from the time he sent me that first message, he's making 90K. And then I have this other student, Tyson, who did get permission to share. And we're actually going to do an interview soon. He's actually really cool. He is a lacrosse enthusiast, and I think he does coaching. And so he's been able to not only have a digital career where he is working remotely, but he has enough free time where he can still pursue his passion of lacrosse. So this is really exciting. We're going to interview him soon. But again, I just want to give you a sense of the opportunities and the fact that, again, I've had people come to me and say, I've got a job. And I say, great, can I share it on social media or on YouTube? And they're like, no. And I totally get it. Not everybody wants to be on social media. But again, guys, there are still jobs and people are still getting hired. So let's move over to the next opportunity here, which is an SEO specialist 2. Again, I've had students get hired at Cars Commerce before. Let me see here. I didn't even look at this. Hold on. This is Josephine got hired, and I think she had an Instagram testimonial. She was a student of mine. And again, when you see right off the bat this big salary range, 56K to 68K, it means, again, they're looking for someone with experience, but open to somebody with less experience. Let's take a look. And again, you can see if they hired my students in the past, that's also a really good indication. Cars Commerce is a collaboration, shared values. They're a U.S. News and World Report best company to work for. Conduct preliminary research following established processes, using critical thinking and reasoning to identify organic search strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for assigned clients. I think it's really interesting because obviously, you're going to hear me talk a lot about AI. Everyone's talking about AI, and AI is an incredible tool. But one of the things they're discovering about using too much AI or relying on it is that you do lose some of your critical thinking strength. And it's interesting, they would put right here at the top responsibility is using critical thinking, which is what, again, you learn from the experience you generate in the course. Research, analysis, and create sound organic search strategies, which you do with the SEO audit. Preferred skills and experience, interest in organic search, always learning attitude, fully functional in all areas of SEO. This is, again, where the SEO site audit and the experience you get with your clients is going to pay off. Proficiency in Google Search Console, SEMrush, Yoast. Again, that's why I recommend SEMrush to my students. And again, when you see this salary range, it is saying they are really open to anybody who's really got this passion. Active interest in organic search. I like, again, you don't even see years of requirement there. So this one, Cars Commerce. And again, when you see a company like this that has hired my students before, that has a very, I think, inspiring job posting that says they're looking for somebody with the right attitude and interest, and they're not putting up too many specifics like you need, 5 years this or that. Bookmark this company, apply. Even if you don't get hired, circle back with them in 3 or 6 months and see what's going on. Reach out to people who are working there. Reach out to people who are hiring there on LinkedIn. There's a lot you can do, guys. And I really want to encourage you to be passionate, be excited, and know I've been in the U.S. now for about a month. I can see that kind of in the air. There's not everybody's as positive as they could be. I'll just put it that way. And there's definitely still opportunities and great things happening in this field. Here is a media associate, Los Angeles, California. It is remote. Again, very low, 45 to 55K. This is definitely entry level. And again, guys, I'm just going to repeat this again and again. This is entry level. When you get your first job, this is not the salary you will have at your second or third job. It's okay to be making 45K or 50K a year if you're going to level up to 60 or more as you gain more experience. It tells you right there. You can reach out to someone at the company. It is a full-service leading entertainment, culture, and lifestyle marketing agency. And again, it says 1 year of experience using Facebook Business Manager, Meta Ads, Google Ads, or Campaign Manager, highly preferred. Interest in applying analytics to real-world marketing problems. No, university degree with qualitative coursework. Guys, well, they said it right here. In lieu of a degree, completion of training or certification in programmatic or paid social advertising platforms. I'm telling you guys, when you do my course, or even if you don't do my course, if you have run actual live Meta campaigns, Google campaigns, even a small campaign is worth 1,000 times more than any degree. These degree programs are theoretical. They never get their hands on real accounts. It's all theory. The people teaching are often not even in the industry. So that's something to remember. And I like how it says passion for pop culture, theater, or internet, or entertainment is also helpful. And again, it's on the low end, 45 to 55. This is really an entry-level position. And again, when you see that they've had this many candidates, don't be intimidated, guys. I'm telling you again and again, you've seen it happen again and again in my interviews. Just because these many people applied doesn't mean that they were quality applicants. You will stand out. So I would recommend, again, bookmarking and checking out this company. Here is a Google Ads Manager Analyst remote position, international marketing at Multifamily Marketing Agency. We're a boutique agency built by multifamily insiders. That's real estate, oversee paid campaigns, launch and manage ad campaigns across paid search and PMAX, monitoring budgets, adjusting bids. What you need to bring: experience managing paid media campaigns, ideally across many accounts, but that's not what they say. Again, 55 to 75K. Again, I'm teaching you guys to read between the lines. Don't take everything literally. That says to me that they want someone with more experience, but they're open to someone with less experience. So let that sink into your soul when you're applying. I am good enough. I am qualified. I will stand out. They will want to talk to me if I've done what's in the course. If I've just run a couple campaigns, maybe one or two clients, even a lot of my students work for nonprofits. And again, that's going to impress this type of employer. Communication skills, strong attention to detail. I think this looks like a really good one as well. Eye crossing, SEO analyst. Here's a hybrid position. And again, what I tell you guys about, and we've looked at a lot of remote positions, when you see a hybrid or like in-person position, apply anyway. First of all, there's no harm in applying. Second of all, if you're like, for instance, in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is not a big city, they are probably going to have to expand this to remote if they can't find someone that works nearby. They are part of the Hearst Corporation. Ooh, I didn't know that was still around. If you guys have seen the movie Citizen Kane, which I have because I was a film major, that is the Kane, the main character, is based on, I think it's William Randolph Hearst, and that is this huge media company that was founded, decades ago. But anyway, analyst for the SEO team, you'll provide invaluable support to senior members. And again, when you see support to senior team members, that is great. That indicates it's a junior position. It says it right there. You have minimum 1 year experience working in SEO, presentation of deliverables, development SEO strategies. Again, guys, your site audit, carry out site technology audits and competitor site analysis. Guys, this is all in the site audit. So if you're in my course and you're interested in SEO, you should apply at iCrossing. Experience using Screaming Frog, Moz, Ahrefs, SEMrush, right? Google Analytics. Your knowledge of common SEO industry tools and platforms, strong communicator, etc. This is interesting. And it's funny, it says for New York City, the estimated salary. So they might actually adjust this based on where you live, which is interesting because it says based in Scottsdale. Again, guys, I don't want you to apply to like every job you see, but I also don't want you to be too worried about that entry-level position. I've had students who started out making 30 or 35K at their first agency job. Then they got so much valuable experience, they were launching themselves into 50, 60. And I have another student like Andrew who was working at Target before he took my course, got a $35,000 a year job, which was more than he was making at Target, which is still very low. Then now he's making $80,000. So this is a long-term investment, and I want you to remember that. SEO coordinator at Omni Advertising. And Jeremy, actually, I did post this in the Facebook group because Jeremy is a former student of mine. If you look back, you can see his interview. He was working, I think, as a cable guy years ago before he found my course. Now he is a paid search specialist over there. They're looking for an SEO coordinator, assist in development and execution of comprehensive SEO strategies, maintain client websites, data-driven approach to identify SEO opportunities. Again, bachelor's degree, not required. In fact, I can tell you, I'm going to actually, if I recall correctly, if I look at Jeremy here, who's working at that company, this is like proof that, yeah, he does not have a college degree. We talked about that in length in the interview. Again, guys, if you have a degree, that's great. If you don't, we're changing the world here and how people perceive degrees. You don't need to go into debt or spend 4 years studying to get this, socially approved degree if you have the skills. So this, again, and they put it on there because some person in HR thinks they're supposed to put it. But honestly, I'm telling you, what happens at these companies is that the person who's actually doing the hiring, like Bill here, He's going to look at all the applicants, and I'm telling you, he's got a person with a bachelor's degree who doesn't know anything about SEO, and you show up with your site audit without a degree, you are going to be the more valuable candidate. It's happened hundreds of times since I started doing this. Again, experience with SEMrush, Google Analytics, Google Search Console, everything from the course. I would definitely try it. And then again, you can click Easy Apply if you've optimized your LinkedIn, but you should also go on the web, go to Omni Advertising, go to their website. If you're in my course, you can reach out to Jeremy, but go to the company website, learn about the company, and apply on their website or reach out to the people directly on LinkedIn. Don't just click Easy Apply. Here is a digital marketing associate at Advisors Excel. It is a hunt for a passionate, driven digital marketing associate. Launch and manage semi-custom paid digital campaigns on Facebook and Google. Experience with Meta, but I think they also want Google, and analysis, knowledge of Google Analytics Tag Manager, and Optimize. Again, if you see a platform like Optimize, that, or I think they mean Optimizely, then you don't recognize it, Google it, ChatGPT it, research it. But these are the main ones: analytics. And again, 1 to 3 years of experience. When you see 1 year experience, that means 6 months, 3 months is fine. Benefits, PTO, etc. This one, I went over here, and what I did is, let me see, did I find their, I don't remember if I found their careers page. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, I like to go to, if I see a company, I research it on LinkedIn, but I also sometimes, again, if I don't see too much about the company on LinkedIn, I go to their website, make sure it looks like a real company. This looks good. This looks good. So I would definitely check this one out. This one is Octane. I guess it's supposed to sound like Octane. You can reach out to Ryan directly here. He's a paid search manager. They are passionate to help business deliver. What does that mean? They're a family of mailing and shipping software products. Okay. They have a good, check out their values. It is a hybrid located in Austin, Texas. Now, again, they've had so many applicants. It was reposted, right? So they've had 208 applicants. And what this tells me is, again, they have not found anyone in Austin. So if you live in Austin, or you want to, I've had students move to a new city for a new job, which to me makes more sense than moving to a new city for college. You can do that, but they may have to open this up to be remote because, again, there's just still not as many people doing this. There's a lack of skilled workers, which puts you in a much more powerful position. Manage and closely monitor our paid search programs on Google and Bing, analyze paid search metrics, paid search strategies, and partner with SEO team. And this is what's great when I teach you guys paid search and SEO. This is when you can come in on the interview or put it at the bottom of your paid search resume and say, hey, I know paid search, I've run campaigns, but guess what? I also know a lot about SEO. That's going to make you a more appealing candidate. 2 years of experience, again, don't worry about that. This is still just such nonsense. I'm telling you guys, if you're ever worried about this, guys, and this, I'll try to make this my last rant for this video, go to the website for a marketing or business degree program, undergraduate. Look at the classes. They are ridiculous. They have nothing to do with digital. I mean, look at the world of AI. Everything is changing every day here, and some of these guys are learning concepts that were popular in the 1980s. I'm not kidding. Go to the websites, look yourself. Experience with various marketing tools. I like how it's like 2 years experience in a paid search role. You should have experience with various marketing tools if you've worked for 2 years in the industry. So again, what I'm saying, guys, is don't take it so literally. Apply even if you don't fit every single point on the job posting. And this also, check out again these companies, and they have really cool culture stuff. Merit reviews, I hope that means a raise. 12 paid holidays. That's actually, there are agencies, 12 paid holidays is not bad if you, and they have a flexible time off policy. And again, guys, this is amazing compared to most jobs in the United States. If if you're based in Europe, the salaries are a little lower because in Europe they get, by law, most companies in almost every European country has to give 4 to 6 weeks of holiday. It's unheard of in the US. But in this field, people get a lot of flexible time off because it is a high value skill. can read the rest of these. Check out this company. I think I checked out, I was just checking out their, paid search manager here. Again, I like to go over, especially when there's an easy apply, go to the company website, apply on the company website. Here is an SEO specialist and analyst at CMG Digital, SEO and web analyst specialist, conduct comprehensive technical SEO audits. Audit. So again, when you see audit in the job description, what should you guys be submitting with your job application from my course? Your audit. SEMrush, you see that again. And again, if you see something like rank scale or you see ChatGPT, again, this is why I tell you guys in the course that you should be using ChatGPT or other AI tools every single day. Just get to know them. They're actually either free or very low cost. And, once you start using AI tools, there's so much free guidance on LinkedIn now, but also it's just sort of a self-educating apparatus. Like if you start using it over time, you're just going to get better at it. But again, remember, look at to this point in this walkthrough video, I've gone through so many jobs. None of them put AI at the top. It's always the foundational digital marketing skill sets, not the AI skill sets. So you take the foundational AI skill sets and then you add your AI proficiency. That's what's going to get you hired. AI is not taking the job. You need to have these fundamental skills. Good understanding of Google ranking factors, SEO principles, basic knowledge of HTML, which is totally fine because that's just about pasting in tracking code and stuff like that. Eagerness to continuously learn, stay up to date on SEO algorithms, including AI is reshaping the search landscape, which we talk about in the course. This looks like a good one too. CMG Digital. Here, this is an interesting one. This is paid media specialist at Pearl Lemon Group, and it's based in Wyoming. So this is paid media campaigns on Google, remote first, 2 years experience. Now, what I would do is, again, go to their website, check out their company. When you see 60K to 120K, that means they're kind of putting out a wide net. I think this looks like they're kind of looking to fill up their talent pipeline because this is a huge gap here. But I would still check them out. Yeah, I just checked out their website, Pearl Lemon, and it's like they're based in the UK, but they also have a big US presence, and it looks like they're a pretty huge agency. You can check out their website. It looks like they have offices in all over the UK and in San Francisco, in Spain, France, and others. So this is a big agency. That's probably why they have such a wide, they're casting a very wide net. I would research them before you apply and, learn what you can about the company, but it looks like they're when an agency is this big, they need to have a lot of talent in the pipeline. So that could mean that maybe they're not going to be hiring right now, but you want to be, again, in their Rolodex, or that's kind of an outdated word, but like in the pipeline, they're going to have openings all the time when they're a company that big. So I would check that out. This one looks great. I remember this one. This paid search specialist, U.S. remote at Purple, based in Utah. Again, 50K to 75K right off the bat says they want someone with experience. They're open to someone with less experience. Now it actually says 63 to 75. That's still very much in the entry level ballpark. Again, 1 to 3 years paid experience, guys. That is telling you this is an entry level job. When you see that big gap, that's such a big difference in experience if you've been in the industry. Someone who's 3 years in, I've had students making $100,000 3 years into their career. 1 year in, what I'm saying is it's a really big gap, and it just indicates the lack of skilled workers. I don't think you would see a similar kind of gap in a job posting for like a lawyer or a doctor or something like that. It means that, again, in this field, there's still so much opportunity. Proficiency in Google Ads and Bing, strong foundational knowledge of search. Again, experience working with feed management platforms is preferred. I don't know much about this. Again, what do? You go on ChatGPT, you get on Google, learn about these things and have it in the back of your mind. But remember, the foundational thing is going to be the account structure and management of Google Ads and keeping up with industry trends. BS in marketing or related field. Again, guys, this is just some person in human resources who doesn't have anything better to do. Just threw that on there. Do not be intimidated by that. Self-starter approach to work, positive attitude, all the cultural stuff. And again, when you see, I want you to get excited when you see 300 people have applied and you say, hey, I'm going to be the breath of fresh air to this poor hiring manager who is looking at all these bad resumes. Yeah, and you got to remember too, people are very click happy. People clicked apply. That doesn't mean necessarily all those people even did apply. I would go Google this agency, check it out. This looks like a really good opportunity. This is a Winston Digital Marketing paid media manager to support our paid media director. Again, that means it's a junior position. Foundational experience in digital advertising platform who wants fast-paced environment, familiarity with major paid media platforms, Google Ads. Yeah, everything here looks good. But again, it has easy apply. That means that there's people who have no digital marketing experience that are just click happy clicking this. Go find their website and go contact someone on LinkedIn or through the website and apply that way. Here is Zero Gravity Marketing. Tells you somebody you can reach out to. Paid social strategist with 2 years of experience. Again, I wouldn't worry about that. So this is paid social. That means meta ads. That's what it means. It says meta ads, TikTok ads, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and Reddit, but I'm telling you, all the money is still in Meta and Instagram. TikTok is, of course, huge, but their advertising platform is still not as big as this one. You want to leverage AI tools like these. I like how they said that. Leverage to enhance copywriting, ideation, and workflow efficiency and audience research. That is it right there, guys. If you've been worrying about AI, this job posting says what is actually happening. It's not replacing copywriting, ideation when coming up with ideas. It's making things more efficient. So you've got to learn the foundational skills and then learn how to use AI to make yourself more efficient. GA4, probably Google Tag Manager there, strong understanding of Meta Business Suite. So this is for people who have gone in the direction of Meta ads from my course. If you're just doing Google ads, this probably wouldn't be for you, but I just want to again give you a sense that, if you guys get on Indeed and LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, you're going to see so many different opportunities. And this is just one example of that. Here is the Union Square Media Group Digital Media Coordinator. When I see the word coordinator, I think this is going to be a very, very entry-level position. Again, it is easy apply, so you should really go to their website, contact Cynthia, talent acquisition, remote role with occasional opportunity to travel. So this is generating reports, analyzing performance metrics, conduct data analysis, manage links, contacts, and campaign verticals. This, to me, again, is not necessarily a PPC or SEO direct position. It might be, again, a little bit more junior. And then it says, hungry to learn, self-starter, organized, and detail-oriented. So when you see a job like this from my course, I would apply with your PPC spreadsheet or your SEO audit. Show them that you've done some actual work, and that is going to be showing you are hungry to learn, self-starter. And again, if you have these degrees, great. If not, just ignore it. And you're going to get, again, mentors, autonomy, growth. Yeah, this looks like a really cool environment. This is funny now because they've had so many applicants. But that's, again, likely due to the fact that this is a coordinator position. It is clearly an entry-level position, and they have this silly easy apply here. Hold on, I'm going to try this. So I just Googled Union Square Media Group. I found their website, and it looks like these are if these are really some of their clients, then this is a very big company. What's funny is they do not have, they don't have any careers page on their website, but I would definitely go out of your way to contact them via email or, again, find somebody. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, find somebody in their company on LinkedIn. That will make you stand out. So many of these applicants, I'm sure, just clicked easy apply. So, yeah, you've heard me say that before, but, you can never hear it too much. Reach out to Margaret, reach out to Cynthia, and, yeah, looks like a good op. This is Med Spa Magic Marketing, Digital Marketing Associate, $55K to $65K. Again, this is very, very entry level. You'll get coaching from our lead strategist, meaning it's a junior position. This is the values. You should read about that. It's so funny. 3+ years in experience in client and project management. I think or manage and execute paid media campaigns. So this is one of those positions. All right. I started out thinking this was a good position. Now I'm like, I would apply, but this is the thing I'm looking at. $55 to $65K in digital marketing. is not a 3-year experience, okay? By your 3rd year in, you should be making 70, 80, 90 or more, okay? So this tells me these guys are not, either the position isn't being communicated clearly or they're underpaying. And especially because if they want you to both, do client account management and, execute paid media campaigns and do SEO. So they want you to do paid and SEO. What I tell students is that, like, this is the type of job where you could potentially get a lot of really good experience. But when they want you to do PPC and SEO, and it says 3 years of experience, and this is not competitive pay, guys, for 3 years of experience, then doesn't mean you write the job off. It just means that you go in there and your whole point of having this job is to get more experience to put on your resume and then level up to a better position. So, and again, you don't know the details until you actually get into the job interview. You'll get a good sense of things in the interview. But I'm telling you, 55 to 65K, 3 years experience, I don't know. I'm telling you, a lot of people, people have applied, but like, look at this. This actually proves it right here. They've had primarily entry-level candidates, a little bit of senior-level candidates, and then like, there's like almost no of these really high levels. Why? When you see 3 years of experience, you would presume that most of the applicants would be mid-level or senior level, but most are entry level. And that is because nobody with 3 years of experience is going to apply to a job that pays this salary. So again, I'm teaching you to read between the lines. They're going to have to hire someone with either they're going to hire somebody like my students who has sort of less experience and is excited to learn, or they're going to raise the salary to get a person who actually has 3 years of experience. So again, good opportunity. I'm just teaching you how to understand, what it actually is so your expectations are proper. Rethink digital marketing, Google Ads and SEO specialists again. So again, right here, they want somebody who's doing paid and SEO, which is why I teach you guys that in the course. But again, this is probably not a long-term job if you're doing both. This is where you come in and you get that initial experience. And I'll tell you guys, this can be really great. I mean, you can get so much good experience doing this, but you might burn out. So you just have to be mindful about that. Paid media management, execute, optimize Google Ads, lead generation, e-commerce, Google Ads, and then SEO and content creation, SEO, optimized blog posts, blah, blah. So when you apply to this job, guys, you'd put in the PPC spreadsheet and you'd put in the SEO audit. But I'm telling you the same thing. They've had, 100, 120, whatever applicants. It's the same thing. If it's 50 to 60K with, doing both of these things, this is an entry-level job. Okay. They're not going to get a fully experienced person who has full SEO and full PPC experience for this. So again, when you see a job like this, don't just click easy apply, go to their website, talk to them. It could be a good entry-level position. And then, then something you'd leverage to the next job. Here is a ICF, paid search specialist. This is remote, key role in high performance digital campaigns, paid search, specifically paid search. I like that. So no SEO. Paid search campaigns, build, manage, optimize in Google Ads, Microsoft Ads, search engine marketing strategy and execution. It says bachelor's degree or applicants can substitute 1 year of related experience for 1 year of education. That is also, guys, I'm telling you, this is going to change in the next 10 to 20 years. I said I wouldn't rant again. Sorry, I lied. I'm going to rant again. Bachelor's degree takes 4 years. If you have 4 years of actual SEM experience, you are light years ahead. You are making 6 figures. It is not comparable. So my point is, don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated. 2 years of hands-on experience in Google Ads. Again, apply with your 2 or 3 months from the course. 1 year of experience using analytics. 1 year using Google Tag Manager. I like how it says Google Ads search certification or willingness to obtain upon hire. With all these requirements, you should have Google Ads search certification. And of course, background check and drug screening. That is out of my hands, guys. That's up to you. Strong understanding of SEM performance. Working at ICF. I would definitely research this company. They have an apply. And again, what do you see here? 55 to 94. This is telling me again, they're saying what they're describing. So if you come in with 4 years or 3 years of experience making 94K a year, that is pretty good. But they're have this huge gap because they're saying we want someone who has all this experience, but we're open to someone who has 55. That is such a huge gap. I think this is a really good opportunity as well. I don't know if I recognize any of them. The people in my network, you might have people in your network who work at a company like this, but definitely go to their website, check them out, and I would look into that. Here is, what is this one? Oh, this is on Indeed. I just thought I'd do this one here. Paid search manager at Motive Interactive, architect, effective search engine marketing, pay-per-click, bid management, match type strategies, everything you learn in the course, minimum 2 years of managing paid search campaigns. Again, don't worry about that. Even if you only have a couple months, go to their actual website. I went to their website. They look legit. I don't know if they have a careers page, but it's still good to research the company before you apply. And oh yeah, they did have the performance here. So I'm sorry, the application right here on their own, this job score website. Again, looks like a good opportunity. It's only paid search. These are the jobs that tend to pay more money. I would check it out. Here's another one at OXN Marketing, 52 to 55K a year. Again, that's a very good for entry level. They don't have a careers page, but they have a pretty cool website with like a lot of videos and testimonials. So their whole staff and everything here. So I would definitely, apply on Indeed, apply on their website, get in touch with someone via LinkedIn, all that stuff. Yeah, guys. So there's still so many opportunities out there, and I hope this has inspired you a little bit. And if, of course, you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't checked out my free webinar, How to Get a $60,000 a year career in 1 year with no previous experience or education, click the link below to check out the full webinar. There are still so many opportunities in digital marketing, guys. I know things in the news are gloomy. They're always, that's their job, is to make people nervous and afraid. But I'm telling you, the economy over time and this field is just continuing to grow. The opportunities are there. You want to get your foot in the door now. Don't wait till everything settles down. The best time to get things going is now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, feel free to leave comments or questions below, and I will see you in the next video.